Welcome to another episode of the GearyCast. My name is Chris Marquez, and as I've said, you are listening to the GearyCast on YouTube, Spotify, all the big podcast networks, platforms stream us, so you are able to find us everywhere. But you found us, so here we are. We are not going to talk about a Malaga win against Castellon, but we are looking at a Malaga preview against Granada. Unluckily for us, the people in Spain, it's not a Granada away match because it's the best away match there is. Uh, but we're also very lucky because we are playing at home in our La Rosaleda, and there's nothing more beautiful than playing in La Rosaleda. And I'm not alone because I'm joined by the man who is wearing a beautiful Stone Island Get the Badge in hat this weekend in La Rosaleda, Sergio.
How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I will with my badge, my bucket hat. Happy
Yeah.
as well because we got 3 points. I hope I can do that Saturday. So
So
let's see.
Luke has stepped his. We can set a check for Luke with his picture on his Instagram with his badge in.
Yeah.
I have myself some pictures with the badge in. The question is, Joe, when are you getting the badge in?
God, that's a lot of pressure to get my badge in. I think let's see how the rest of the season goes, then I'll get my badge in. But I'm just happy to finally be in Gearycast episode when there's a victory. That's all I'm thinking about right now. It's a good feeling.
It is a good feeling. But the question is today, can we continue with that feeling?
Hmm.
Because
Just
there's a tough match coming next Saturday. The atmosphere will be great. I know Granada has announced that they have sold all their away tickets. I also know that Malaga, although not Malaga, but Fondo Sur is preparing a lot of things for us during the day. We have recibimiento, which I don't know if you ever seen the videos of the recibimiento Malaga, the Fondo Sur organizes, Joe.
Yes, I've
yeah,
seen them.
never mind.
And
Really
Sergio, are
cool.
you looking forward to recibimiento? The first one of the season, we have to say that.
Yeah, I am looking forward. I think it comes in a perfect time.
It takes away some beer time, doesn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's the perfect time of the season to do it when we need to get another big 3 points and get the players motivated for a big game, another derby that we're going to live in La Rosaleda. So yeah, perfect time. It's going to be the perfect weather as well. So yeah, looking forward to it.
So for all of you who don't know what a recibimiento is, it's welcoming the players who go into the stadium by bus, and it's about, I don't know, 20,000, 15,000. I've never counted them, but it's every Malaga fan going to the match will be outside the Rosaleda waiting for the players, singing song, shooting flares.
Wow.
It will be there. Is that it? Of course not. Fondo Sur wouldn't be Fondo Sur if they had more for us to come, because they are also doing a corteo to the stadium. Um, does that need an explanation, a corteo?
Well, I can say it's like when the fans walk uh, from the place where they do the preview of the match with all the food and drinks to the ground. They go slowly
It's
through all the
really
songs.
cool.
So yeah, really cool. I recommend it to
Fondo
anyone.
Sur's, Fondo Sur's opening their doors because they have their own place near Bar Hermanos Madrid at the end of the street. From 12 o'clock, there will be free paella for the
Hmm.
members. The recibimiento will be at 6, or not at 6, at 1600, 30 hours. So 4:30. The corteo will take place at a quarter to 6, and the match started at 18:30. 6:30, um, which means that we all be home by 9, unless Malaga wins. Then I'll be home next morning.
That sort of event should inspire the players as well to see all their fans there for them.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited, Sergio? Are you excited? Are you? I mean, it has been a roller coaster of emotions the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited more with last week's win. I think it's going to give a boost to the players. I'm playing at home still straight after that. I think it's important and it's crucial. I think if we get these 3 points and Eldense drop points, I think
Mhm.
it's halfway done because next week, if I'm not wrong, we play them at their ground. So yeah, very important match for us, and yeah, let's see if we can give it a go. They've got a very good team. It's going to
Mhm.
be difficult playing for playoffs, but we're playing at home, and Malaga have to come out and get the 3 points. So
Joe,
yeah,
you excited?
Of course, always exciting. Like Sergio said, when it's on the back of a win and everything's starting to look like it's going in the right direction. Of course, speaking about other results as well. I think the last game against Granada, um, away in Granada, was also kind of hectic. Of course, not sure if that's the kind of game that Malaga need right now, a 2-2 draw, a hectic 2-2 draw, with a last minute equaliser. But I mean, I kind of wish I was there though. Like I'm missing out on a great atmosphere, but I'm sure someday soon I'll catch up with all of that.
I'm always excited, but there's always a point during the week where it's not that I get less excited, but I get worried. And that's when Alex Fitzpatrick comes in with the reality and slaps me awake in reality and says, Chris, Malaga won. It wasn't that great. Or Malaga lost. And watch out because you're playing against a stronger team or strong team. And he's always right. What these guys watch so much Segunda
It's
Spanish.
crazy.
I mean, we only talk about Malaga, but they cover every team in the Segunda División. And that's a tough job because there are a lot of teams in the Segunda División. So, well, does anyone of you know much about Granada? How they play?
I mean, I actually watched their last game against Elche because I had a friend from Elche visiting, and they weren't amazing. They missed a penalty though as well. But yeah, I mean they're in the playoff spots, so they must be doing something right. I think we'll probably dive into a bit later how they play, maybe after Alex has given his lowdown. But they're not your conventional um, top six side, let's say, not super possession focused, etc. But I'm sure Alex will give a better lowdown.
Yeah. I think it's time to listen to the real guys who really know things about Segunda and all the teams around it because we are just Malaga minded and we,
What do
we,
we
we,
know?
don't, we don't know. So we have professionals here who, who tell us. Here comes Alex from the Spanish Segunda show.
Malaga sit a lot more comfortably than they did this time last week following the victory over Club Deportivo Castellon. 6 points clear of the relegation zone, but still not safe. They'll probably want to add a few more points, even though it looks as if they will be playing their trade in Segunda once again. And they face Granada this weekend in La Rosaleda. A Granada who have had an upturn in form in recent weeks, 4 games unbeaten, not an incredibly lengthy stretch, but of course, Segunda is a difficult league to link positive results together, and they have picked up across a slightly longer period than that Granada as well, which has catapulted them into 6th position in the league and a playoff spot, which it was really the minimum expectation for them all along. Fran Escribá has got them going with the help of a certain Lucas Boye up front, who was player of the month last month in the whole of the division. and has found his shooting boots and really fired Granada up into that top six, which has been an issue for them since Azuni left. Stoichkos hasn't really hit the heights. He has been injured of late and came on from the bench last time out. They'll play generally a 4-4-2, sometimes a 4-3-3. Of course, like most, they are stronger at home than away, but they'll be bringing a pretty healthy travelling contingent with them as well to cheer them on. There's still a lot in this season left for Granada to fight for, so in that respect, it's not the best time in the world to be playing them. But of course, it'll be another packed La Rosaleda, and I'm sure that the home faithful will spur on those Malaga players. Malaga this weekend hosting Granada.
What did you think, Sergio? Are you worried?
Yeah, a little bit. I was just looking at their attacking line, and I've just seen that Stoikov is there. I don't think he's done a lot of scoring goals, but it's a very dangerous player that I wish we could have. They've got Reinier as well. I mean, a player that's played for Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, so very dangerous as well. And yeah, in general, a team that last season were in the first division, and of course they're going to be quality. And as Joe said before, it's not a convincing team, but I've seen it before with other teams that have been demoted from La Liga. And I even can say that with Malaga when they came down. Even if you're not convincing on the pitch, you always manage to get the 3 points. I think it's the little bit of quality that you've got in other teams that make you get these wins, even if you don't play brilliant. I think they've got that, and surprisingly for me, they're already in the 6th position and not far off the top 2. So yeah, very dangerous team, and it's going to be difficult.
You know what could be good news for Malaga, maybe? Although I don't think he's their main goalkeeper anymore. That Luka Zidane is maybe doubtful for upcoming weekend.
I did see though that their current goalkeeper, I think it's Marino, has the 3rd highest average rating in their squad. I mean, average rating was, I mean, I'm not sure how much you see into that stat, but of course, he must be doing something right.
That if Mourinho goes off injured, Luka Zidane won't be there to replace him. Luka was in the goal for 40 matches this season.
Okay.
And Diego Marinho 24. Even their 3rd goalkeeper played 4 matches. It's looking at their team, I'm getting more worried by the minute. Lucas Boye, 10 goals.
Yeah.
Scary. But then also
they lost their best striker in January, Uzini. He went to America, so they're still doing well with that loss.
And for me, one of their best players, Carlos Villar, used to play for Roma.
You know which name I always find scary? Because he always seems to score against Malaga, and he only played 9 matches and scored 1 this season so far.
Griezmann,
Borja Baston.
Former Malaga player, no?
Yeah.
Former Swansea player.
Yeah. He is a former Malaga player, but he recently said the thing I liked most about being a Malaga player was watching Netflix.
Yeah. So he's not going to have a good welcoming.
No, definitely not. Strange thing to say.
Every time we play against him, he seems to score against us. It's the only match where he gets like charged up or something. But Lucas Boye, Stoichkov, also a player Malaga was interested in. We never signed him.
No.
What a player.
Yeah. There's also the Georgi Chisisvili. He created the most chances for them. So they've got a lot, like Sergio said, a lot of great attacking players. Yeah. Don't know too much about the defense. True.
Trigueros,
From Villarreal.
Lucas Perez. It's scary, this team. Miguel Rubio. I don't know. It's very scary
Yeah.
because what nice is that their most suspended player is Williams with 14 cards so far.
Wow.
Last time we did this, I don't know if you remember, but we said, wow, Castellon has a lot of cards, and then Malaga had more.
True.
But it's also maybe fun to look at Malaga. Maybe they win this time.
And actually, Granada had the most red cards this season. So again, that's something else there. Yeah, I mean, some other interesting things. So they've also scored the third highest goals in the league, but they play in a way that they've actually had the seventh highest long balls. So they're not like a typical possession team, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And which teams had the most long balls in the league?
I don't know, but I can tell you that Luis Me only has 11 cards.
Okay.
So that says a lot about them. And their top scorer has 10 goals and he only has 7.
It's not a huge difference, at least. By the way, it's Malaga with the most long balls in the league, which is interesting. It's a clear style of play.
When you start again with a back five,
I think we shouldn't be worried. But what does Malaga have to do? Because do you think we have to change to think in Malaga, or should we like change a bit to tactics towards this match against Granada? Or would you say now that we found a way to win against Castellon, would you keep it that way? What do you think, Sergio?
I think you shouldn't change your winning team. So I think we should start similar, like we did Castellon, or the same. I would start Luismi instead of Manu Molina mainly because I think it's going to be a very physical game, like always in Segunda. And yeah, we'll be starting Luismi with Ethan Molina in the middle, two physical players. And yeah, keep the back five. I think we've been good with that system. Maybe play Pulga because he
Yeah,
defensive.
that's what I was thinking that as well.
He can help us and attacking. I think we've all seen Pulga he does really well as well. So yeah, I think we should play the same system, only with a couple of changes to just stick to the long balls as well. It's going to be difficult. And that's how I said, a very difficult match. So yeah.
Any changes you would make, Joe?
I only had 2 changes noted, and exactly what Sergio said. I'd consider bringing in Luismi, probably for Mane Molina, but also as well maybe you need that experience in the midfield. And I'd also definitely consider bringing in Puga. Of course, he offers a lot going forward, but maybe a bit more defensive solidity. But there's sometimes a bit of lineup roulette with Pellicer, so let's see what we get. How about you, Chris? Would you make any changes?
Well, I honestly don't think it would help if we would play Isa Marino and Luis Me. Why? Because we are already find it difficult to create chances, and I think that would take away that would create a big gap between our midfield and our attacking line. That's what I'm worried of. But again, I also think it's important that we defend well. So I would play
Yeah.
Luismi and Manu Molina, I think.
It's a good point for sure. I can see why that'd be a good approach, especially as well because of course Manu Molina can also offer something as well from the set piece. Of course, you got the assist for the Murillo goal. I feel like it's gonna be a kind of a physical game. I don't know why. I kind of see that, or Malaga need to take advantage of that. But let's see.
Does
At home,
any of you remember what we did against them in the first half of the season?
I
I
think
saw Romani was playing.
yeah. But I remember that game. I think the first half in general, all game, I think we were really good. And I think we outplayed them at their ground. I remember we had a lot of the possession of the ball in that first half. And like always, I've seen this multiple times. Malaga can do a brilliant game, but they still don't get the win. And they even nearly lost it with an outrageous penalty that was given to Granada in the last minute. The Alfonso Herrero got to save. But yeah, I remember that we played really well against them, and I think we deserved the win.
Maybe what fun is that we played them on September the 20th. So really at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
We got behind in the 56th minute by a goal of Carlos Neva. Then it was Antonio Cordero in the 60th minute who put the draw in, and then in the 77th minute, Mirto Usuni. What a player Usuni is! They have such a
Lucky he's
team
gone now.
Sunday. Usuni scored. I remember him playing. It was crazy. But he scored in the 77th minute, and then in the added time, in the 93rd minute, it was Nelson Monte of all people, who, with the assist of Antonito Cordero, put in the 2-2, and then they got a penalty in the 98th minute. And it was Weissman who missed that penalty. And for people who want to know, Chupete came in on the pitch in the 83rd minute.
I think that was his Segunda debut.
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
And Yanis Ramani play started, but was replaced in the 76th minute by Julian Lobete. And Aaron Ochoa got a starting was starting that day. Crazy. What would I change? I think I would start with Dioni because Dioni does a lot of working as well. You know what I mean? So I would start with Dioni, Puga, because I think Puga's much more dangerous in attacking, but also in his defending is pretty well. I think his defending is good. I would definitely play with Dani Sanchez.
Yeah, I agree.
That's also one player I would start with. I know I'm doing this a very wrong way. I would start with Luis Mi and with Manu Molina, Lobete, and La Rubia.
I think someone that we haven't mentioned and deserves some credit is Murillo. I think he's been really well. He's done really well. And I think we haven't been given enough credit for it.
And of course, I would also start with the 5 defenders. I think Einar, Einar, Pastor, and Monte.
Not Murillo.
I don't know.
How would we play Murillo in front of Edison right now?
Okay, let's go with Murillo.
I think it's hard to drop him, but like I said, you never know. And I kind of also think, whilst I do prefer Dioni, and I think he's a really good player, it's also hard to drop a striker after they've scored.
Yeah.
But I think he did do that with Dioni though just a few games ago, so I don't think it's going to surprise anyone if he does make a change.
I think Dioni also brings a lot defending.
Yeah, and experience.
Experience. He's a player who gets the ball for you on your own pitch, or he's always fighting. He gives much more in that sentence than Chupete.
Will you consider playing both, maybe Dioni and Chupete?
Would that work? I don't know.
I guess it depends who comes out.
If you do that, they would have to get the 5 out. They have to play 4 at the back.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's a moment to do that.
I think that's dangerous.
Yeah, I think the current approach is
Changing, to be honest. I think right now you need to stick with this formation until the end.
if it's working. I mean, kind of working. Of course, there's been some mixed results, but the
Yeah.
performances have been.
Hmm.
It's just the final
More,
putting it in the net.
it's a little bit more balanced for the team, in my opinion, with 5 at the back. And I will definitely be playing Bua on that right side because I think he gives both attacking wise, he's brilliant, and defensive, he's quite defensive as well. So yeah, I will be playing Bua for this one.
I don't know. It's going to be a tough match. How important are the fans this match? Will I mean do things like recibimientos help? Is that something that help players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's not the same getting to the ground and no one being there than seeing 1,000 Malaga fans singing and hitting the bus that you get into the ground. So I think it does make a point. I said before that I think it's a perfect moment to do it after coming from a win. Basically, if you win this week and Eldense drop points, you basically got the objective done. So yeah, it's a derby as well. There's going to be Granada fans in the stadium, a lot of them. So we need to be louder than ever because we're playing at home. And I think that's really important to make yourself feel, of course, that you play at home and defend your colours. So yeah, I think that it's going to be important.
I'm going to ask you both a question. Joe,
Hello.
if Malaga wins this Saturday, is Malaga safe the rest of the season? Will we stay in Segunda?
I guess it depends a bit on the other results, but it'd be a huge step in the right direction. One, because I mean it's another 3 points, and also you want to be in a position where it's in your hands rather than you're relying on the other teams around you just to be worse. But also as well to beat a team that's having a great season, 2 back-to-back wins. I'm not sure when the last time Malaga had back-to-back wins was. But it'd be a huge step in the right direction, and you'd like to think so. It could be potentially going from what's the difference now with Eldense? Is it 4, 5, 6 points,
6
potentially
points.
9 points? Because Eldense away at Almeria, who've had some mixed results, but
And the way after we play against them.
and then like
Something that we have to consider that's important is that actually it's not 6 points, it's 7 for the goal difference.
true, or the head-to-head, whatever it is, but.
But I think that it's 7 points, so really important.
What do you think, Sergio? If Malaga wins, are we safe?
Well, I think we will be fine if we do. Like Joe said, we have to wait because it does depend on other results. But I think it would be a massive step or more because next week you're going to face your main rival this season is Eldense because they're in the relegation zone. So yeah, I think it's huge if we do get the 3 points. We're going to be really, really close of our objective.
Okay, Joe, prediction.
I'm gonna go for 1-1. I think I'm gonna take it steady, and I'm gonna look 1-1 will still be a great result. I think Granada are a great team. I think it's just do everyone see Malaga scoring more than 2 goals? I think that's the question. I know they did it against Eibar, but I think Granada will have a goal in them. So it'll be either 1-1 or 2-1 to Malaga. But Granada will score. I'd be surprised if they don't score because they've got such good attacking options.
Sergio.
I'm going with a 2-0 win for Malaga. I've got the feeling. I don't know why I've got the feeling.
Thank you for being the optimistic one here.
It's one of these games where you're thinking, oh, it's going to be really difficult, but then it's going to surprise everyone. It's going to be a 2-0 win.
I'm going to change my tactics. Not for myself, but because I'm going to say 2-1 Granada. 1-2 Granada. Why? Because I'm always wrong in my predictions.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
That is what's happening. I don't want to talk about it, but I would say 1-2 Granada. So finishing on that, there's more football this weekend. Important football this weekend, and even tonight, because this is being published on a Thursday night. But we're starting with Malaga Femenino, who are playing their last match of the season, and it's away on Sunday, I think, 3rd of May. Yeah, on Sunday against in Valencia and against Valencia B. So against the women's B team of Valencia. Um, they're ending the season. Is it a good season for Malaga Femenino if they ended in the 6th position?
Yeah,
I
my
mean-
opinion, solid position to finish in. So yeah, it is.
A lot of last season, some players left, important players. I think this is just a season to build on the future of Malaga Femenino.
Got a consolidation season.
Yeah, so I think a 6th position is fine for Atletico Malagueño. For Atletico Malagueño, for Malaga Femenino. Atletico Malagueño definitely not. So yeah, good for them. But then more important, are you excited, guys? Because tonight is the one
Yeah.
of the two finals for Atletico Malagueño.
I am.
It's a big opportunity. Like we discussed in the review show. Of course, it'd be nice if they can win it on their home turf at the weekend. But yeah, it's just important to get the win and to
Yeah, to get the job done.
The earlier, the quicker, you guys say. I tonight 7 o'clock in Mijas, Las Lagunas. I don't know what I'm doing tonight, but maybe if I have some time, I go and have a look at Las Lagunas. A good
might be a
match.
nice trip.
Yeah. And so tonight's against Las Lagunas, which, in my opinion, have one of the most ugly football badges in Spain, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know if one of you ever seen the badge of Club Deportivo, the Club Polideportivo Mijas.
I think I've, but can't really remember.
Uh, it does remind me a bit of a construction site badge.
the one with all like the lines and everything.
No, and it has what looks like, and I know it's not, but it because it's so, it looks a bit like Atletico Madrid. Inside there's a bit of
With like the green.
in my on my thing it's blue.
Oh,
The green in the top left, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's different now. This is what I see.
all right.
Okay, interesting.
This one is basically Atletico de Madrid's badge, but in another colour.
But when I look at this, it's like more a construction site thing. It's okay. So that is it tonight. I hope we win. But more important maybe is next Sunday, and then we play at home. Well, I'm sure you're not going, Joe, but are you going, Sergio?
If I can, yeah. I hope I can. If I'm not busy with exams, I'll be there. hopefully.
I'm thinking of going as well. The problem is I haven't
Very
told my
nice.
wife. But for the ones who are interested, Malaga is playing on the 4th of May at 6 o'clock in the afternoon against Mancha Real, which probably will be the biggest match of the whole season, because that's probably the day that they will be the champions of the league, Tercera Federación Group 9. And I think that's an exciting week for Malaga Club de Football, with three exciting matches, one away with Malaga Femenino ending the season, Malaga playing against Granada to seek safety in Segunda División, and finishing the week with a possible party in the on the Malaga Academy.
Shaping up to hopefully be a very positive end to the week
Yeah.
for the whole of Malaga Club de Football.
Yeah, with electricity, please.
Yes,
That
Yeah.
would
please.
be fine. With a
For
lot
your
of power. I hope Malaga's charged this week after last Monday. Um, Thank you, Joe. Any last words?
No, yeah. I hope you both enjoy the game on Saturday. Huge opportunity. I think it should be a great game. And of course, wishing the best of luck to all the Malaga clubs playing tonight, the weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, good to see you both. And Vamos Malaga, looking forward to discussing another hopeful positive result next week.
Sergio, any last words from you?
Yeah, same. Looking forward to it. It's all set for a very good atmosphere, good derby, and hopefully a good weekend as well with Atletico Malagueño. So, yeah, hopefully a good weekend for the club and for the Malaga fans out there.
That was it for this week. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Don't forget, if you're in Malaga, Saturday, 4:30, we have a meeting with the recibimiento at La Rosaleda Stadium. It's the road on the left side of the stadium, where we will welcome the players who will arrive with the bus. So if you're in Malaga, it's just something you really don't want to miss. And of course, the match against Granada at 8:30, at 6:30, and Sunday, if you are in Malaga, go cheer for them, because they had a wonderful season. Atlético Malagueño could be the new champions of Tercera Federación. My name was Chris Marquez. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and rate, because rating seems to be very important uh, wherever you can do that. I don't know. I never rated anything on Spotify or any other platforms, but please rate if you like the Gearycast. That's all. Vamos, Málaga.